Just a minute, folks.
Well, hello out there, friends and neighbors. It's your back porch commentators coming to you from somewhere in Missouri, where a firm handshake means more than your signature, and a cold drink can help solve almost any problem. That's what we're planning to do here, bring you along on our journey to the answers to life's questions. You'll get a few facts and a lot of opinions, but remember, we're probably intoxicated and definitely full of shit. So pull up a chair and settle in while we explore some of those most thought-provoking questions. Like, why is a man bun a thing?
Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 15 of B&J on the Rocks. And we're out here, we're a little late this week.
Yeah.
Getting this done. Had the COVID test done, and I'm all good. Negative. So.
It's nice not to have to worry about getting up tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So doing this.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bonus. You watch, I'll have a driver call in soon.
Yeah. No, that's made for some rough Thursdays. But it's always a fun time. It's always fun. So, what's going on this week? Well, okay, what are we drinking? We like that. So we're doing margaritas.
Margaritas tonight.
So.
And went a little, what do I want to say? A little on the island, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Where I wish we were right now instead.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Man, I have
not going anywhere would be nice.
I was gonna say I've got such a bug just to go somewhere, anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And anywhere that I think about going, everything's closed.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, damn.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I guess it's home again
tonight.
Yeah. Like I said, we went to Branson last week, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and shit was open. But it was nice. I mean, but I think everybody in Missouri is going to Branson this year.
Oh yeah.
I talked to like several people, and like within that 2 week period, everybody had gone to Branson.
Yeah, they're all trying to get out of town, and there's only a limited amount of places to go.
And half of them are coming back sick. So
yeah,
that's where I was like, oh shit. Both my parents got tested. They were both negative. My sister got tested. She was negative. So I'm like, okay, we all have symptoms of it, but we're all negative.
Right.
And I'm like, what about these people that have no symptoms and they're positive?
I read that those rapid tests aren't completely accurate.
Yeah. Oh, some lady today, yeah, I hadn't heard of this, but apparently they've got like this 20-minute test, and I'm like, well, what the fuck?
Right.
Where'd that come from all of a sudden?
You know, though, when it comes to that in like a rapid AIDS test, I'm pretty sure I'd be like, you know what, just let me wait.
Just give me
you go ahead and take all the time you need, because when I get those results,
I want it to be right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm either going to hang myself or I'm going to party.
Right.
So let's just make sure it's really accurate before I make this decision.
Exactly.
But at least for once I'd be able to tell everybody I was home.
Well,
and get to heaven.
Note anyway.
St. Peter's. How'd you get here? Well, I'm hung. Come on in.
Party's in the back.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, but, yeah. So,
we have no emails this week, so...
Yeah, no emails.
You're
no comments.
No comments. Slow week, I guess. Everybody's busy, or everybody's in Branson, I guess. Whatever.
And I just yawned on a YouTube video.
It's all right. Stick around.
It's gonna get better.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, though, like we were talking about, with being sick and stuff, I made the comment to you, actually, that I had a thermometer using tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the thought come to my mind that with a rectal thermometer, even if it's broke, it still does its job.
Indeed it does.
So, there you go, for all you folks out there. It's my one-liner for the week.
Well, you know what they say, a broken clock is right twice a day.
What would a rectal thermometer be right twice? Do you think that'd be?
Either way.
either way, I'm gonna finish. Yeah.
So I introduced Dakota to Rodney Carrington
How'd that
this
go?
week. So he's 17, right? And it's like, I asked him, I said, so any of your friends ever listen to dirty songs, or you ever listen to this kind of stuff? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, I think it's time. I'm like, I think it's time. And if no one else is going to teach you, by God, I will. Because I had some good friends that taught me back in the day. So.
I was going to say, I listened to some dirty shit with my dad.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I was about 13. We were on our way to Sturgis.
Yeah.
And he had a cassette with some dirty shit. I can't even tell you that I remember what it was.
Yeah. Oh,
nasty.
man.
One of them might have been Ween. You remember you can piss up a rope?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I had it was Adam Sandler.
They're all
gonna laugh at you.
Yes, that was a classic.
That medium bass song.
Yes.
Remember that?
I
dad
got that CD.
My dad, I was listening to that, and he overheard it.
You get
And
lit up, was he?
He came in, took it out of the CD player, and just snapped it. And I was like, Dad, that was $12.
Like, yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to get another illegal copy. Yeah, I had that, and God, he did the same thing to LL Cool J.
Oh, he didn't like
Mr.
LL Cool J.
Smith.
Oh, well, Mr. Smith. Yeah, there was a couple songs
It
on
was
there.
Lounging, I think it was. Got a little dirty for him, so he didn't like that. I think he was more afraid of what Mom would do if she heard me listen. So he's like, we're just going to stop this right now.
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. But, yeah, well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I introduced him that, and so we went through all the classics like titties and beer, and, getting married to my pickup truck. If you play your cards wrong.
Oh yeah. What about what is it? In a Dozen Roses. I got a 12-inch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We haven't.
That's all I wrote. That's all I figured I needed.
That's all I needed. Yeah, we didn't get around to that one. This was just on our trip to Walmart and back home, and I was like, "Don't tell your mother." So what's the first thing he does?
Hey, Mom, guess what?
Dad, let me listen to. What was it? Rodney Carrington.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Right. I told him, I said, your mom hates it. And so he's like, Dad said you hated it. I was like, well, she doesn't hate it. She just thinks it's not that funny. She likes a few of his comments, and that's about it.
I've seen him in person.
A lot.
In concert once.
Oh, yeah?
In St.
Is that
Joe.
St. Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go to that.
It was
make it.
right after his wife had left him. So as you can imagine, the
He was a
whole
little-
thing was about his wife leaving him.
Yeah.
It was a little depressing, to be honest. She still had some funny ones, but you can tell the man was hurting a little bit. And that kind of ruins, it puts a whole damper on the...
Kind of changes the whole...
Yeah, and the whole vibe a little bit there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And speaking of... so I've never really been to a comedy show, other than, like, small local people,
Right.
I've always wanted to see, like, Bill Burr, Chappelle, somebody like that.
I seen Bob Saget,
Oh, yeah?
and that was worth it to
And
me.
did you know his comedy before you went?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I read...
Because there's a lot of people that don't.
So he had a book called Dirty Daddy.
Yeah.
And I read it, and because I was already a fan of Saget, he has this certain pace and tempo with his, well, as all comedians do.
Yeah.
With how they drop the one-liners and, the punchlines and it's just how they tempo it and demeter everything, And so reading the book, it was really easy to step into that and read it kind of as he would have read it, right? So I was banging this girl. She's like, oh yeah, I like to read. You read a lot. I like to read. I was like, yeah, here's the one I just read. It's a great book, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And let her borrow it, and I never got it back. So, while goes by, I pick up another copy. It's out on paperback now, so it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Picked it up, got it. I read it again. I was like, man, that was fun. You know? Same thing. Banging a girl. She likes to read. She's like, what's the last thing you read? And I was like, oh, this is this. And she's like, oh, can I borrow it? Yeah, I'll let you borrow it. A couple days later, it was over. And I messaged her for like 6 weeks. Can you read? And I'm sure I sound like a complete nutcase.
I'm fine that you're gone, but
yes. But if you could just give me my fucking book back, because I've already bought 2 copies. I'm not buying a third.
Yeah.
But
you
she
can't
brought
just
it.
burn another copy.
She brought it back with that paper book. The corner was, oh, you dirty bitch.
He's like, I like this page and this page and this page.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Book well
speaking of that.
worth buying twice though.
Yeah.
It was worth buying twice. Not 3 times, but twice.
Yeah.
Worth it.
No, it had a similar thing. Not a similar thing. Speaking of the reading the comedians' writings in their voice, right? And somebody was sharing something, and they said it was George Carlin, and the person who shared it said this was George Carlin. He wrote this, blah blah blah. And so I'm reading it, and I'm like, this sounds like someone trying to write like George Carlin.
Right.
I was like, there's a couple things that just aren't right,
out,
you know?
right.
Because he was very much like that. Just it was paced and he was like music, you know. He just does like that, and I'm like, it's a good story,
right?
But it's not Carlin, you know?
Right?
And got some flack for that. I'm like, well, what the, you know?
Yeah.
People argue about anything on Facebook.
Well, if it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
It's like, just trust me on this. I know, all right.
Yeah.
But speaking of concerts, starting getting notifications for concerts coming up again.
Which is something I've really missed this year.
God, any kind of live music.
Right.
I mean,
bar anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the last show I played was February 22nd, and some guys are kind of getting back into it now. Some of the bars are opening back up, and I haven't really got back into it yet. Kind of, waiting around to see what happens, I guess. I don't know.
I'm trying to think back, like, if I had opportunities this year in, like, February, the beginning of March, before everything shut down, to go do stuff, and I didn't. And, I'm like, man, what didn't I do that I should have done?
Well, we had planned or trying to plan a little trip to Texas.
Right,
a road trip overnight kind of thing.
Yeah, we were going to make a cannonball run down for a week in Fort Worth.
Take a few shows. And, that unfortunately didn't happen. But some of the artists I'm getting notifications for are the Texas artists. Reckless Kelly and Stoney LaRue. And I know we saw Stoney LaRue in Kansas.
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
Was that the one where
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. That was a good night.
Yeah. But, I should have known picking one up at a Stoney LaRue concert.
I don't know. That was a weird night at that point. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, it was.
Very willing to just kind of like
go
with it. Like, well, all right. But anyway, that's a story for another.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you put me in a bar with 200 people in it, and 150 of them are females, I will pick out the
one
most batshit crazy, and it's time tested and true. Anybody who is close to me will tell you I have a talent, and I have enough talent in a whole damn bar to find one.
Yeah.
And the Lord must think I'm a mechanic because all I attract is broken. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's a good one.
It's like, man, I really thought I was doing good on that, and then it was kamikaze. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple times, right?
A couple times.
But it really got me thinking. Some of my favorite concerts. I'd have to say Jason Boland. First time I seen him anyway was TJ and Knuckleheads. That was fucking an amazing show. And that was when Roger was still playing the steel guitar for him. And he's not with me anymore. He kind of went do more family things, but still making great music. So I'd like to see him now.
Right.
You know, but that one, and I gotta say Wade Bowen. When we saw Wade Bowen, that was a great fucking night.
That was a good night. Laid back. Yeah, was that a Thursday night?
Probably.
It had to be. Because I know I worked the next day.
Yeah, it was rough.
Good times, though.
Yeah, nothing like that. And I didn't know Lawrence kind of closed down apparently at 10 o'clock at night.
Right. That was news to me.
Yeah, because you ever see two guys in their 30s on a carousel on the main street in Lawrence? That was us.
My knee hurt for like a week after that. I don't know what the hell I was hitting on, but
we drove by and I was like, dude, we got to do that.
around the block.
Around the block we go.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't get pulled over though leaving because like the cop just seeing us on carousels, those sons of bitches are drunk. So we need to stop them.
We probably should have taken a breather.
Right. We did go to McDonald's that night, I think.
We did,
didn't we?
yeah. Counted down a couple of the cribs. Soak it all up again.
Yeah, because we were over on the turnpike on that one.
Yeah. That was a good night. I'd do that again.
Let's see. I'm going through some facts here. Seeing things I've randomly written down.
Yeah. Facts. We don't do facts on this show.
Right. I guess it's kind of, here's one for you that I kind of, it kind of goes along with that reminiscing type of thing.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, and somebody made the comment of normal didn't make me happy.
Does it make you happy?
No, this is a
or
conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, well, generally speaking, there's right and wrong. But other than that, you have to do what makes you happy because normal is a conceptual hypothesis that hasn't been proven yet.
True.
I mean, because think about it.
Normal is very relative to you.
Right. I mean, when you think about normal in America, white picket fence, 2.5 kids, right?
Sure.
I mean, that's the typical.
It's what they want you to do. You know?
Right.
What's classified as normal. Yeah.
But how many people are actually normal?
It's a lot. I think a lot of people are normal on the outside.
Right.
What you see on the cover of the book.
Right.
This is my normal.
Right.
Everybody's fucked up on the inside.
I was going to say, some more than others.
Yeah. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. Everybody's got issues, marital or kids or whatever,
Right.
Financial. Everybody's,
Well, when you think about the fact that, well, Josh and I are just damn near opposites, and you and I mean, you married young, kids, all that, and then you got me over here, and yet somewhere in the middle we link up, go to concerts, and ride carousels drunk.
Right.
And we're happy doing that.
Very happy.
So
the jack helps.
Yeah. That hypothetical, I don't know. That was something that came to me though, and I was like, you just gotta. There's no normal. You just gotta do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody, because there's right and wrong.
Yeah.
And other than right and wrong, as long as you're making yourself happy. Like obviously, to make yourself happy, you shouldn't desert your children and fucking, walk off.
Right.
So there's that. But yeah, just doing a podcast and drinking margaritas on a Friday night.
Or Wednesday.
Or on a Wednesday night and talking about concerts and getting drunk and riding a 4-horse kids carousel makes you happy, then quit worrying about what everybody thinks, I guess.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. And, fuck, the older I get, the more it's like, I could care less about pleasing anybody else.
Right.
It's just.
Well, unless it's in the bedroom. I try.
Well, I try.
I try.
Give it a solid solid
Six.
mediocre effort. Either way,
I finished.
If you ain't figured out how to get yourself finished, that's on you.
I was gonna say, there's been nights that I know I've passed out drunk doing that and just didn't get anywhere.
Yeah.
But which is probably better, because if I was that drunk and did finish, I would have slept in it. And I don't think I want to wake up and stick it to my pillow. Yeah, it's just embarrassing for everybody. Especially if you wake up in a McDonald's, you know?
Or feel.
Done that before, too. Bed of my pickup.
Oh,
Yeah. It was high school. Me and a buddy went out for a drunk, and we were told our parents we were staying at each other's house.
We were staying with each other.
Right.
Somewhere.
Somewhere. I remember it was August. It was hot as balls. And we'd found a hayfield, whipped the truck in there, fucking laid down in the back, had a few beers, and passed out.
Oh, yeah.
Next morning, I'm up and stretching, and I've got boxers on, you know. This old farmer pulls in to check his hay, and that's what happens. About that time, the other old boy peeks his head up out of the pickup bed, and the farmer looks at me and looks at him and looks at me, gets in his truck and leaves. And I just thought, well,
He thinks we're good.
yep, that's how that went. A little Brokeback Mountain going on. Now the thing is the truck I had in high school was pretty recognizable in tin. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's in a light blue S10
Yeah.
with the racing stripes and the alloy wheels and carbon fiber blackouts. And
Yeah.
it was recognizable. in
Bucket
tin.
seats.
He probably turned right every time he seen me coming. He was like, "Fuck this! I'm getting the hell off the highway."
I know where that boy's been.
Yeah, in
At
my
least that
hayfield.
night. Damn,
He might have been in my hayfield, but he was in that old boy's back 40. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Ooh.
There's one night me and Pat pulled in the hayfield. Thought we got shot at. And we were in his, oh God, I think it was his late 90s Silverado. But pulled in, and as soon as we pulled in, we kind of went through the little ditch, you know. And as soon as we went through the second half of the ditch, the back window just busted out.
Oh shit.
And we're like, fuck! Get the fuck out of here, you know?
Right.
So we just like hightailed it back to town, you know? And realized later, it was like, no, I think what happened, the back of the seat was resting against the window.
Oh, and
Because it wasn't
back.
extended cab, it was like, you know, right there against the window. And when we hit that second little bump, it like went back and, yeah. I was like, well, man, we were preparing for our lives for a second. I was like, oh, shit, get the fuck out of here. I think we were looking for a deer or something, you know, flying across. Yeah, that was a good time.
Oh, we were over in Tarkio one night trying to keep up with some girls. We'd seen these girls and we kept trying to catch up with them on that main drag, and so we went a block over and we were trying to speed back, and where they cross-laid those asphalt streets with the high crown.
Yeah.
So there was one that was laid like this and then one that was laid like this, so it created a double blop, 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 blop. And I had to hit that thing doing like 60 miles an hour in the side seat. It was like, whack, 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 whack. I mean, it was like 4 juts to hitting this thing. I don't know how we didn't break something.
Oh,
If
shit.
not, I mean, that old S10 held up pretty damn good.
That was in the S10?
That was in the S10. And,
Just saying, the old you might not even notice.
you know, we shamamied the heck out of ourselves too doing that. I mean, that hurt.
Not bad.
I remember we got out and looked underneath. I was like, screw the women. I got to see if we can drive home or not.
There's always more women, boys.
Yeah. I don't want to call mom on this one.
Yeah, no shit. Oh man, oh there's one night. Me and Pat were over at where were we? Ravenwood, and Brian Spire. Remember him? So
Yeah.
him and Pat were cousins. So
That makes sense. Yeah.
they were all over there, and we decided to race Ryan back to Maryville. We're pulling out of the restaurant over there, and we're like, we're at Parnell, that's what it was, and heading back, and we pulled out, and Ryan says, I'll race you. You know, you're a teenager.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, we'll beat you.
We'll
Right? So we're going down one of the gravel roads, and he pulled out, and he was in his dad's little blue Toyota pickup, you know.
I remember that, yeah.
And he tried to pass us and got just a little closer to the ditch than he should have, you know. And caught the corner and back tire just busted out or something, you know. But he fucking turned, and I'm sitting there looking back at him, and all I see is all of a sudden just headlights going. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, stop. We went back, and luckily he was okay. The truck was okay. But yeah, we had to call his dad. And Tom, man, he was pissed, but you know, he fucking knew what was going on, you know. He got there and he was like, ran over a fucking rock, huh? Okay, well, threw up a fucking truck. Son of a bitch. But yeah, it was a good lesson, I guess. Don't try to pass on a gravel road.
That was quick. I remember there was a kid, our sophomore year, junior. It was right after the new Dodges come out.
Oh, like the 94.
Right, it was 94. They come out with the new body
yeah.
style, but so this had to be like a 96 or something, right? And
Yeah.
he stole his grandpa's pickup and was taking it on a joyride.
Yeah.
Jumped it over a hill on a gravel road and rolled the damn thing.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it was a bad deal. Totally his grandpa's truck out. Of course, that kid was he was a deal anyway.
Yeah.
His name was Chris, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He was a deal. I never did trust him. He's one of those people you get around and you just, you gotta watch where their eyes dart, you know, because
Right.
you never know what the next thought out of them's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a few of those in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to, Josh and I, Ben, that raised me, had an 89 Ford Ranger extended cab. Good looking truck. Had a
Yeah.
2.9 V6 in it, a 5-speed. And then he went out of town for a bowling tournament or something like that. And Mom was working a Saturday, and so Josh and I took the pickup and went out mudding in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, we went down by Car Bridge.
Yeah.
We could not get that damn thing stuck for nothing. It was it had good tires on it is what it was. We'd
Yeah.
come back with, the windshield was so covered in mud you couldn't even see
Right.
through it. And we were 15. We didn't even have our permits
Oh,
yet.
shit.
And so we went out by the college and drove through the college with all the mud on it, trying to attract girls, you know, because
Yeah.
nothing like,
What else you gonna do?
yeah, nothing like, 90-pound,
Yeah. 15-year-old.
15-year-old boys, you know, pick up college girls.
Yeah.
And so anyways, we had that
Some things
Ranger.
never change.
I think we spent, I don't even know how much washing that.
Yeah.
And,
Tens of dollars.
Right. And then put $5 worth of gas in it and parked it back in the driveway. And the only comment he made was, "Did you wash the truck while I was gone?" I was like, yeah, Josh and I washed the truck. You know, I wasn't about, because he
Yeah.
would have beat my ass. Yeah, we did. I think we actually did that twice and managed to get away with it. But
Wow.
looking back, I remember the second time we did it, we'd seen Mom in town.
Oh, shit.
And we're trying to beat her home and managed to get in the driveway and like, what are you guys doing? Listening to the radio?
Yeah.
If she
You
would
got a
have,
good sound system.
if she
in
would
here,
have
you know.
felt the tires, smelled the brakes, anything, it would have been over.
Is his engine making noise?
Yeah, did you hear this?
Turn the radio up.
That truck was, we beat the hell out of that thing.
Oh, yeah. And good old times, man. Yeah, we used to take Pat's Jeep. We talked about that Jeep before. But take it out in the pasture and just, jump it out there. Try to hold on to the back.
I remember him tying a couch onto the back of that thing.
Oh,
Driving through town with, I don't know how many people in it. And I think eventually PD pulled him over and
Yeah.
it was like, yeah,
We can't do
we can't do that. You can't have, you got 15 kids in the back of this truck. I've warned you twice. Now I'm writing you up, you
Yeah.
know. It was,
Oh, those songs are true. You know they're true because we fucking did it.
we did it.
Yep. Yeah.
There was a funny fact I heard this week too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's still true or not, but in Missouri, a single man between the ages of 21 and 50 is taxed yearly $1. And that's talk about equality.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
I'm sure it was on the books from back in the
Right.
until the Mormon days, but
Right.
you know, I don't know if they thought that we needed to pay $1 in tax more because we were partaking of
I want my money
resources,
back.
you know, a little more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, my allergies are kicking up this week though. Sitting out here, and smell all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Fall will be here quick.
Yeah. No. You know, walking into work this morning, I was like, "This is a nice fucking day." It was like 60.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, it hits you. You're like,
I was like, "This feels like the first day of school." Fuck.
shit.
I know what's next. Every winter, man, I say, I'm moving. Fuck it, I'm moving.
Yep.
Can't stand this shit.
That's what I was saying
But
last
then in
year.
the middle of the summer, I'm going, I don't want to live in Texas in this.
I wouldn't mind it even when it's hot.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather tolerate a few super hot days than a few super cold days.
I'm about there, honestly. Like, man.
My osteoporosis, you know.
Yeah. Well, Dad, you know, they go to Arizona every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an aunt and uncle got a place over there. And one of those summer homes, or winter homes, I guess, you know.
Right.
And Dad, he's like, man, when I go out there, he's like, my back don't hurt, like my knees don't hurt.
Really?
Just, you know, it's something in that atmosphere that just makes things feel better. I'm like, fucking move.
Yeah, and then go.
Don't stay here for me.
Right. I'd be gone if I had a chance.
You don't have to take care of your parents, you know, they're all gone. I'm like, dude,
You go enjoy
you got
what
no
time
real
you have.
responsibility. Like, fucking go.
Right.
We'll come visit you. But, no, I mentioned he was in the hospital last week. He's doing better, so that's all good. So I'm happy for that. But,
That's always nice when that turns out okay.
yeah.
As a relief.
Yeah, because it was out. There was some things Mom was saying there for a while, and I was like, I don't like the sound of some of this, you know? And no, everything turned out all right, so that's all good.
That's good. I gotta apologize because they're gonna see me yawning on here. And
It's been a week, man.
It's been a week. It's been a long ass week, and I feel a little brain dead tonight. I'm not gonna lie, but
I didn't take as many notes as I should have. I know there's other shit I want to talk about, but
oh right,
you know.
oh, definitely. Speaking of the good old days, though, we were talking about.
Yeah.
I did see. You know, you get emails if you ever bought anything for anywhere, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not specific to male or female or whatever. It just sends you an ad and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that bell bottoms are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying now. And I remember there was a streak because I fooled around with a girl over in Tarkio named Melody. And it's easy to remember her name Melody because she played guitar. She's in the music. So Melody.
Perfect.
And she's set up on the bass at the pet band, play that bass. And I asked her, I said, why didn't you come with the rest of the band instead of hopping up that way? Like, because I like the vibration. And I was like,
Hell yeah.
keeper, I should be. But she always wore these bell-bottom looking jeans with butterflies on them.
Yeah.
Ooh, my lady.
Yeah.
You remember that song?
Yeah.
I can't remember who wrote it down or who sang it, but I
So
remember
now
there
it's
was
gonna be stuck in my head the rest of the night.
Right. Sugar, baby. There was, but now there was, yeah. But I remember back when we were, I don't know, it had to be 16, 17, somewhere in
Yeah.
97 to 99. Oh, wow, that's weird.
Yeah, I remember that. 'Cause Tish was kind of getting into that too a little bit.
Little
She had the
bell
kind of
bottoms
flower
and
girl
low-
patches, you know.
and the low hip huggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the different days.
Yeah.
I see what they seen in them, you know, when they wore them like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's not so much the bell bottoms; it's how they fit up top. It's
Yeah.
not how they fit.
Yeah, it's not this.
It's not how they
I
drag.
could care less about what's
You're right.
below the knee there. You got pretty calves.
You're right.
Who cares? But yeah, then after that was yoga pants. Seemed to be the thing.
Now, well, there was
Now-
mom jeans in there for a while. It seemed like they were starting to bring back
Yeah.
mom jeans. And I don't know if that's still going on right now or
I
whether
didn't- I
it's
didn't
hopefully
get
they'll
that, but
they'll
yeah.
cut short. But I remember, please don't go with the high-waisted mom jeans. They're just-
there's
If
a
your
reason.
if your ass is 3.5 foot tall or long,
Right.
whatever, I'm not interested.
No.
Like,
I know it's really right here, but
right, right. If I'm touching the bottom of your belt loop when my hand's in the small of your back, your pants are too high.
yeah.
What do I know about fashion? I don't know.
Well, we're guys. Our fashion hasn't changed in
Right.
fucking. Well, we had those Jinkos in high school. I mean, I never did,
I never got into those.
but yeah, I guess.
I would have fit two of me in one of those legs. I'm pretty sure. No, I mean there's been little changes over the years, but I had somebody, generally speaking, and they've probably seen on this video, I generally wear a white t-shirt and work jeans. It's just like, I read
Yeah.
once that successful people tend to wear the same thing or something similar every day because it cuts down on time.
Yeah.
It's just they don't have to think about it.
That's why I have 40 pearl snap shirts in my closet.
Right. And probably half of them are black, right? At some point.
Exactly.
So,
I thought I'd get some of my fancier ones out a
There
little
you
bit.
go.
You know? Or my show shirts is what I call them.
they, but yeah, you know, it just, other than that, you know,
That makes
white
sense,
t-shirt. But somebody asked me if I wore fitted t-shirts. I said, no, I'm just getting fat. And I had somebody else tell me I had a dad bod this week, and I'm like, I wonder if I can lose 10 pounds before the class reunion.
Right.
You know, but that's now only like 2 weeks away, and
Oh shit, you're right.
yeah, it's only 2 weeks away.
You know, for the longest time I was like, that's September. That's
So,
September.
yeah, it's way
it's
down
so
the road.
far away.
It was the
I was
21st
like, oh,
today.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Guess I'll go on a crash diet.
Yeah. You know, and we were checking that list earlier.
Yeah.
Of who's going.
Yeah.
And luckily, primary females. Unfortunately, most of them are married. I was a little. Yes, rings don't plug holes, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it hurts.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
On either side.
No. No. And the whole 9 yards. No.
Yeah.
I'll just use myself and go home happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not. I'm not sure whether I'll go to this whole thing or not. The whole 20 years.
Well, and the way they planned it, you know, this whole all day kind of thing.
Right.
And I'm like, I kind of like the beer garden thing because it was just like, you know, hey, show up
Hang
at the
out,
beer garden.
say hi
you
if
know,
you want to,
Yeah.
maybe.
And then you go. And everybody that's there is just there, you know.
Right.
Where it's like, we're going to meet here, we're going to do this, and then we're going to, like, go home, and then, you know, everybody meet up later here. And I was like, pick a spot, and I'll just come say hi. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you go to one, you're only going to see half the people that are going to be there later, you know. And it's
Right.
like,
Right. One or the other.
I want to go where everybody's going to be, and then I can talk to whoever, you know, and catch up, but, you know, oh well, it is what it is.
And when we had our 15,
Yeah, that was 15.
nobody recognized me.
Right.
I was like, I haven't changed that much. I look in the mirror and still see the same guy. I'm a little fatter now, but, you know.
But proportionally the same, I would say.
Right.
I mean,
I
I would have thought I was fat in high school, and I was like, oh, no,
no,
I had it pretty good.
yeah, I was doing all right.
If I only knew then, I know now. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I'll go to some of it anyway, but I'll keep in touch with the people I want to keep in touch with anyway.
Right. Well, honestly, can't remember anybody I was particularly close with in our class.
Yeah.
I remember I seen a girl at the beer garden one year, and she goes, the stuff you post on Facebook is so funny. And I was like, really?
Who are you?
Yeah. What was your name again?
Right.
No, I was like, really? She's like, yeah. I was like, that's funny because that was the same shit I was saying 15 years ago. But back
Right.
then you called me perverted. But
Yeah.
now it's really funny.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, whatever works.
So basically, you didn't get my humor 15 years ago, and you had to say something about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
When I was in 3rd grade, I was telling teachers dirty jokes on the playground.
Really?
So, yeah, no, it is what it is.
Nice.
Nobody should be too shocked.
No, definitely.
So, don't check over your back shoulder, and I'm sorry they can't see this, but there's 2 cicadas over there getting their freak on.
Really?
Yeah, look, right. They're on a post.
Huh.
They are mounted
My
up.
God.
They're going at it. Sing us a song.
Sing me a song, man. Squeal like a cicada.
Sorry, I had to bring that up.
Anyway, yeah, I was like, what's going on over there?
Yeah, there's 2 giant bugs getting it on a post. It threw me off.
Hey, you know.
Ruined my meter.
It goes with this show.
Yeah, right.
If we could show you, we would. We could, but we'd make you seasick getting over there. So, hate that when people grab the camera and start
Bouncing
moving around.
around.
Like, I can't watch this video.
Yeah, that's why I can't watch like point of view porn. God damn it, you ruined my whole vibe.
It's like trying to watch the scrambled Cinemax back in the day. You're like, is that a boob or an elbow? How do you know?
Turn the squelch up, man.
You got the rabbit ears.
Oh, God.
Jimmy.
Between that cicada and the farmers down there at the end of that,
Little
I
distraction.
don't know what they're doing down there in that field. This is a happening place tonight.
They've been down there for a while now.
Well, how long have we been recording?
Almost 50 minutes in.
The 50 minutes. They've been down there at least 50 minutes.
At least.
At least down there. They got they got beehives down there, but I don't think that's
really?
what they're doing. Or maybe that is because it's night and they're dormant.
Hey,
I don't know.
My God, I'd check when they're dormant too.
No shit.
I'm not badly allergic, but I'm slightly allergic. Just enough to make me like swell up like a fucking balloon. You know, more so than normal.
It's water wet.
Yeah, right.
I'm not for sure how allergic I am, but I really don't care to find out either.
No.
It's like fat girls need love too kind of thing. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I don't need to know.
Man, I got a cousin that grew up
Like
on a
fat
farm.
girls?
Yeah. No, it's back to the stingers.
Oh, okay.
But he grew up on a farm, and man, one time I was sitting there talking to him, and some wasp was flying around, and I was like, we can move, you know? And he just like, I was like,
Pushed it, huh?
Okay. He's like, you're more of a man than I am.
Right.
I'm like, I'll move.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Let me know when you need that EpiPen, huh?
Yeah. I don't want to, like I'm like you, I don't want to find out, you know? I stepped on a bee once and my foot swelled up like 3 times the size for like a week, and I'm like, you stung the wrong place.
Yeah, right. Did you put your dick in a beehive?
You know?
So I went and talked to a guy about starting part of the sleeve on my arm as far as tattoos.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a tribute arm to loved ones, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the more I think about it, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just I don't know how much guilt I have when I use that hand to jerk off. That's really...
Yeah. You're like, Mom, oh,
Grandma, oh, no! Dad, not again.
Oh, Dad's okay with it.
Step bro. Fuck. Oh.
That's got to be the 4th episode we've said that. Step bro.
Step bro.
Some of y'all get it.
Yeah, and those of you don't, go to Pornhub. Everywhere. That, or if you're a female and you've got a step bro, just tuck your head under the coffee table and wait and see what he does. You'll figure it out.
Something's down to pop up. Oh, but we were talking about the successful people.
Right.
And I sent you a link this week.
Yeah, that was a good...
Yeah. So it's Earl Nightingale, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that I've heard several speakers talk about. You know?
That was actually an old recording.
That was an old recording. That had to be from the 60s.
I would say the 60s is not...
Maybe before. Right,
Yeah.
yeah. It sounded pretty...
The way his speech was very eloquent.
Oh, yeah. People don't talk like that anymore.
No. Mm-mm.
I try on Facebook, but people just go, you're wordy. Yeah,
Right.
But that was, talking about, basically what you put in your mind is what you get out, and if you focus on your goal and, work for it every day, you're going to make it.
Right.
And I think, I've heard so many people say this, but at the same time, it ain't working for nobody. And I think the reason it ain't working is because they forget the other part of it. They got a goal,
right?
But they forget to work towards it every day,
right? Yeah,
like,
you gotta. That's that love the suck part.
Yeah,
that comes with it.
Yeah, and he talked about having like a 30-day challenge. And, if you get focus on it for 30 days, work toward it, think about it, write things down, and if you fuck up one day, you gotta start over.
Right.
From the beginning. You're not just like, oh, I missed a couple days in there.
Nope,
start over.
Yep.
It's got to become a habit.
Right.
And it will eventually if you do that. But, yeah, like I said, I think people just forget the work part of it.
Well, it's easier to stay stagnant.
Yeah.
In anything.
Yeah.
Whether it's us in our 10 pounds or whether it's a work goal or...
That's another thing is, I think it was Zig Ziglar said that a man won't change until the pain of the same is worse than the pain of the change.
Right.
And so until that 10 pounds becomes either threatening your health or
100 pounds.
Or like me, it becomes, 50, 100 pounds, whatever.
Right.
And, but even then I'm like, I'll work toward it for 2 weeks, and then it's like, I'm fucking tired.
Yeah. God, cheeseburger sounds good.
I should have done this when I was 20, but I've discovered that for me, it has to be an everyday, lifelong thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can lose 30 pounds, but as soon as I take a break, it all comes back. So.
Right.
And diet doesn't seem to affect it as much as just inactivity. So I have to take a walk every day.
Right.
A good
do something.
Walk, not just hey, look at that.
Yeah,
a good walk. And speed walk. For like a mile at least. But I usually do. I try to do 3 miles when I do a walk. And I used to have a path that was basically a 5K.
Right.
And it was I did it every night. Last summer, lost 30 pounds.
And then winter
came, and I was like, fuck it. And then, fuck, here it comes. All of it. Son of a bitch. Can I do this again?
There was...
now summer's about over, and I ain't done shit.
I had a thought earlier this week, though, that seems like the last few years, especially, about 28, I started to give a damn broke. About 30, it got worse. 35, it's less. And in the last couple of years especially, I've noticed that, like you said, it's different scenario, but in the same sense, when you're biting your tongue to just appease people and not whatever,
Yeah.
You end up hoarding that emotion and taking it out on yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm
was it Bill Burr called the Shelf of Anger or something like that?
Yeah. But it's the same way. I've learned that even if I try and maintain a small... mosquito.
Yeah.
A small opinion, then I start biting off, the bigger ones too and hoarding them in. So now it's I'm just that blunt asshole that's you mean you're a lazy fuck is what you mean, and people are like, you're an asshole. And I'm like, yes,
I guess,
but I'm a happy asshole. And between you and me, I'm more concerned about my happiness.
Yeah. And while this ruined your day, and you're going to be mad about it for a week,
I'm going to be giggling about it.
I'm on my way, and I'm happy.
Yeah. I am full of happiness. You're full of what?
Yeah.
Happiness. One more time. Happiness.
Keep it up, and you'll be full of happiness.
Would you like to share my happiness?
I will show you a magic trick. I will make my penis disappear and reappear very quickly.
Very quickly.
Disappear again. But I guess that answers the question I was going to ask. Is, have you noticed that doing this and having an outlet for just spewing it all every fucking week,
right?
All your anger, whatever, Maybe it's time for another one of those bitch sessions.
I was going to say, because of not knowing who's listening out there.
Well, that's true too.
Like, because if I go on a rant, I will offend groups of people. Not a group.
Right.
Groups, plural. And that makes me concerned because we don't have any liability insurance. Neither one of us are worth a damn. So, it's what are you going to sue me for? The tacos, the leftover tacos we had?
Yeah,
right. Joke's on you, motherfucker. You got diarrhea, bitch.
Damn.
By the time this lawsuit's over, this shit's going to be at least 6 weeks old.
Thanks for the warning.
Old tacos, your game.
I'll send you pics tomorrow.
Shit, right?
What color is that?
But yeah, no, I'd say in the last couple of years, especially, I tend to just blurt shit out. And there's that moment where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And then afterwards, I'm like, but it was funny. Yeah. And I'm not near as angry as I used to be.
Right.
I'm not hoarding that shit in, going, the world's fucking stupid and crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, yep. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
fuck your feelings.
Yeah. You've got to let it out somewhere, because, I've learned too, like you say, you hold it in.
And until I find a girlfriend that's into really rough sex again, and is willing to sign that contract, I don't want her to get choked up.
You still got that written up?
Yeah, laminated.
Get it right on the side of the bed.
If you just put your thumbprint there, that's all we really need. Make your mark.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Before I make mine.
Right.
Anyway, that's going somewhere else.
Yeah.
God, what else we're going to talk about?
Lots of random topics and come and go. It's kind of one of those lame episodes. I feel like because we did wait until Friday night.
Yeah,
we're both brain dead.
Well, earlier today, man, I had a fucking migraine. And I was like, oh shit, is this gonna even work?
Right.
I was like, I guess I'll do it, but man, I'm gonna fucking feel like shit, and it's not gonna be a good episode.
Right.
And so I took like a 3-hour nap.
Well,
and I was like, okay, I'm good.
I was gonna say I don't. It's been a long week,
and it's still kind
I've been running since 4 a.m. and it is damn near 11 now. So I'm winding down on my last leg, which lets me know that I am getting older. Is what that means.
Yeah.
Those nights of working all week, partying Friday night, and then getting up and running that Saturday mail at 3 a.m. and just not like it used to be.
Yeah, that's my advice for the younger kids anymore.
Enjoy life,
man. Well, that and fucking work when you're young.
Right.
Because, I mean, luckily I make more now than I did when I was young.
Right.
But to make any kind of living when I was younger, I was working 3 or 4 jobs.
Right.
And people were like, how do you do it? And I'm like, you just keep doing it.
You just do it. You keep pushing.
You just keep going. Like,
keep swimming.
That's where I learned to live on like 2 and 3 hours of sleep a night.
Oh, yeah.
Like, now I do it, but only for a couple days in a row. And it's like, eventually I'm like, time for a nap.
Yeah, but the funny thing is like tonight, I'll be dog tired. And then about 4 o'clock, I'll wake up.
Yeah.
And then if I don't get back to sleep, I don't sleep well. Or I'll get back to sleep, and then I sleep until like 10.
Right.
I'll laugh.
And then you feel like the day's half over.
Right. Right. I mean, you can barely masturbate and get the laundry done before it's time to make dinner. But when I really think about it, if I don't have my son and I got the day off and I sleep in and, give the old Jack Handy, that's a full day for me. I mean, I'm happy. Throwing a motorcycle ride and a drink somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah. I'm
content with my life at that point,
I'm determined to get a motorcycle eventually.
I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Well, and as of, what's today, the 21st? So as of next Friday in the state of Missouri, if you're over 26 years old and you have proof of insurance, you can ride without a helmet.
Really?
Yep.
That explains something.
Which really...
I seen a guy today and I was like, dude, we're not in Kansas.
Oh, was he not wearing a helmet?
Yeah.
Well, it's not supposed to kick in until I didn't think the 28.
Well, I think he just went ahead and fucking said.
He did fuck it?
Of course, this was right across the border. You know, we're
It
right
might have
on
been
the
the
border.
20th.
So
Maybe it was the 20th. I'm not for sure.
this was down in the stockyard, so it's like he might have just cut over the bridge and
Said fuck it,
said
yeah.
get something at Longhorn or Hoofing Horn and then head back
right.
over. But either way, I was like, "You're in Missouri now, bud."
Yeah, the goofy part is though, with me dating younger women, it's going to be hard when I can ride without a helmet and they still have to.
You go
Give her the full light, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe put a little unicorn horn on it or something.
Yeah, no shit. She might already have one.
Yeah. And that pink and glittery, I'll wear it. No. Yeah, that's my kid and her can maybe share the same helmet. I don't know.
At some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Whoops. No. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, this is another thing I was going to talk about, but it kind of went with our other deal. But, well, not really. I wrote this down once. Salary versus wealth. Or worth, sorry. Salary versus worth. Like, are you valuable to society?
Right.
I guess. So this has got me thinking lately. My son works for a, what I'll call it, kind of the social services industry, doing some stuff for them. And I was looking on their website, and I was like, they got some jobs, you know. They don't pay worth a shit, I'm sure.
Right.
But I was like, at least if I was working with them, I would feel like I was contributing more to the community.
Back to it.
And more so than just like fattening someone's pocketbook, you know.
Right.
So it's like, but at the same time, I like buying guitars.
Right.
So I'm kind of putting up with the stock of one place. So like,
Right. And I like my shiny Harley. So,
right.
You know.
It's like, I don't think I could go back to a $15 an hour job.
That's where volunteering a few hours a week might, you know, whatever.
Yeah. That's where I've been looking into kind of maybe getting into like city council or, you know, doing something like that. So at least you're contributing something.
And that's part of the reason I volunteered and got involved with the zoning board.
Yeah.
Because it's hopefully a stepping stone on the city council here in town. And it's not something I ever thought I would have wanted to do when I moved here 14 years ago. But you know, when you're in your community, I guess, and you're bitching about how you're seeing it ran.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's like, well, they can do it. Why can't I?
Okay.
Right.
Might as well get some of my opinions in there too.
Because it seems like I talk to a lot more people that share my opinion than some of the stuff that's going on. So, but that'll make me feel better contributing.
Yeah.
Back, maybe keeping home for as long as my kids here anyway. You know?
Well, and I think, you know, and I guess maybe it's some people just see things differently when they're younger.
Right.
But I feel like finally at this point in my life, I feel like I'm ready to do something like that. You know, whereas when I was 28, while I was probably more mature than most 28-year-olds,
you still didn't want to waste time.
I wasn't like, I'm not at a point in life to do that. Like, I got nothing to contribute to whatever they're doing. Like, my ideas were different, or I didn't have ideas. I was like, I don't know. You guys are taking care of it, you know.
Right.
Or now I'm kind of like, okay, I got some ideas.
Well, when I filled out the application for mine, they said, what are qualifying factors? I was like, I've lived here 14 years. I own 2 businesses in town. Common sense. And that's all I wrote.
Yeah.
I've been here this long.
They're
I own a
like,
business.
sounds good.
Common sense. They're like, ooh. Well,
You
if he's
can
run a
look at 3
business
things.
for that long and he's not broke as shit, then maybe we should include him on our
True.
budget plans.
Right, yeah. Anymore, man. It's just hard to come by. So,
Yeah.
well, that's about all I had for the week.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like we should end on a
I
joke
know.
or something.
I don't know. Oh, that one that I got was it was all right, but
Probably not
yeah.
community worthy. Talking about the post office.
Postal, yeah, the postal worker. If y'all want to hear a good joke, email or messages or
email.
comment. BJ on the rocks at gmail.com, or you can comment on our videos on YouTube, or whatever you want to
Message
do.
on Facebook.
Yeah, or post it on Facebook, whatever you're going to do.
And if you want to hear the inappropriate joke, we'll send it to you. We'll get it to you.
Let's see if I can pull this one off. You know what the last sound the pube makes before it hits the ground is? Where he spits it out. Yeah, that's a good one. Or same guy told me this joke. How do you say pussy backwards? That was for the YouTube watchers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I feel bad because I'm brain dead this week. But you know what?
Hey, you're getting an episode. We almost didn't.
We almost weren't able to pull one off, but we came through because you're important to us. And
Right.
your feelings matter. Ego for one more.
Alcohol.
Yeah, and alcohol. And who knows how many nights we'll get out here on this patio before it starts cooling off.
Yeah.
And we're winter and
I'm looking forward to cool, but I'm not looking forward to winter.
no negative Ghost Rider.
We'll be setting something up indoors.
Indoors. Go up to the
Boarding
shop.
this off or something.
Yeah, we'll go up to the shop and light the wood stove.
Hey, that'll work.
Yeah,
that might be alright. Yeah.
But
Well, anyway.
I have to set up my cardboard Harley girls.
Oh, yeah,
in the
yeah.
shop.
That's cool.
That's always funny whenever you post a picture. Like I was like me and Jack posted a picture next to the bike, and I get a message back going, "Man, that girl has a nice butt." And I realize there's a cardboard cutout.
Wait, what?
Well, I was like, "What girl?" And I realized there's a cardboard cutout back there.
I forget all the shit that's around.
Right. So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah. And ever since I got that shop cleaned out, it's it's a difference when I'm like, what? I mean, I left the 1980s posters, the Bikini Girl posters from the guy I bought it off of Bill, and they're all up there on the wall, and I forget about those sometimes when I open the door and people walk in, and they're like, "Oh, those are classy," and I'm like, "I like '84. Which one's your favorite?"
Yeah. Well, it'll be like if we do a show up there, it'll be kind of like the what was it, the Man Show, where they had the girls on trampolines.
Right. Well, that was Adam Carolla.
We can't afford the girls on trampolines, but you get these.
You get these, right. Unless there's some girls that want to volunteer to come jump on trampolines, in which case I'll buy a trampoline.
Shoot us an email.
BJonTheRocks@gmail.com.
Include a picture. And
Right. Good times.
all your interests and hobbies.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, man, I guess that kind of wraps it up this week.
Yeah, we'll try harder next week.
Yeah.
We'll try harder if you try harder.
Yeah. You get what you put in.
You get what you get, and you throw it don't fit.
Yeah.
No.
My kids taught me that. They didn't teach us that when we were kids, but at least I didn't hear it. But yeah, have kids and they start saying, "You get what you get, you don't throw a fit." And I'm like, well, start early. Yeah, you can learn that now when you're 5 and
see how long it lasts.
yeah, because that's life.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why we started a podcast. We can throw a fit
Right.
now and then.
And I have a microphone, so you have to listen to everything.
That's right. Yeah. Or maybe you're the ones that drop off after 5 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, well, cheers to week 15.
Yeah, there's another one down.
And see you guys next week.